on IWTV News.
Thursday night football, baby. Guess who's back in town? Ready to roll against the Red Ravens. Getting well on campus. Talk about a game changer. Well, actually, they do. Classic Reiver Volleyball happens every year. And once again, deja vu all over again. Kicking and screaming. A new beginning for one, a new era for another.
From the campus of Iowa Western, you're watching IWTV News.
Hello and welcome to IWTV News. I'm JJ Davis. So, here we go. Football, baby. A new season is upon us. And of course, that means talk again of a natty title. It's that way here in Reiver country. And what do coaches always say? One game at a time. Well, it's true. First up on the menu, the Red Ravens. Big Blue comes busting out under picture-perfect blue skies. A mother and son grab center stage. Pat Strohmeyer, a double lung transplant, gets a hug from Coffeyville head coach Aaron Flores, a transplant patient himself. Now the Red Ravens then plant one on the home team. Midway first quarter, Dalen Gant takes it away from Deshaun Stoudemire, 17 yards at the Coffeyville 47. And 4 plays later, QB Aubrey Williams lets it go. Isaiah Taylor has got it, 41 yards for the score, 7-zip visitors.
Playing too passive, all right? We gotta be relentless.
Stays that way till early in the second. Seville QB Cam Smith just hightails it out of there. Gets crunched. Tucker Cruz picks it up for Iowa Western. Later, 3rd and 9, Bird 14. Cam Thomas, wheel route to Brian Sneed and just not going to be denied. Tie ball game at the half. Third quarter, a different story. Aubrey Williams running for his life. The dark side holds Coffeyville scoreless 5 straight possessions. Play of the game. The Reivers' Brian Sneed up the gut, and number 1, gone. 60 yards to pay dirt, and the home team up for good. Whoops, the Red Ravens fumbled it away 5 times. Fitzroy Gardner, right spot, right time. In biz at the Ville 23-yard line. Couple of plays later, Saquandre White goes the other way, bangs it in, 21-7 Big Blue. Now Iowa Western living on the Coffeyville side of the tracks as the Reivers just smash their way. 6 sacks, 23-7, number 2 team in the country after 3. The O Show shows off with 349 total yards. White picks it up off the floor. 6-yard score. Iowa Western rips the pesky Red Ravens 36-14.
A lot of first-time game guys in a long time. You know, some of them obviously played, but, you know, to understand the speed of it, you know, false starts. We had some turnovers. You know, we gave up some plays. But once we settled in a little bit, you know, I was really pleased.
Felt like you guys played upfield in their backfield in the second half.
Yeah, the D-line as a whole, we just realized that if this game was going to get started, we had to start. So that's what we did. We just sparked up, and the rest of the team went with us.
First game was good. Felt good to be back out on the field with my brothers and finally line up again. It's been a long time since I touched the field.
He made some plays. We're going to look at it, and we missed a lot of plays too. But I think for the first game in a while for him, really a year and a half, I thought he did a good job.
1 out of 10, I say we did probably about an 8, and then we got to get to a 10 next week.
We'll do a team meeting. You win this game, and you're going right to that next one. This one, we'll enjoy it tonight. Tomorrow, we're going to go 1-0 again.
Game at a time, let's work. 1, 2, 3.
And next up, the annual grudge match for the Kinney Cup. Iowa Western slides into Fort Dodge to tackle I-Central Saturday, August 31st. So 1 and done.
You feel me? That's how we do.
As first games go, it wasn't bad. I mean, it's got the usual suspects, as you heard from Coach. But as I always like to say, they won, and that's all that matters. The dark side leads the way. 6 sacks, forces 5 fumbles. A big night for Brian Sneed. Carries the rock 13 times for 101 yards, including that 60-yard backbreaker. Now give Cam Thomas time. The redshirt freshman, 18 of 34, 197 yards, 2 touchdowns with 1 pick. And like he said, it's the first time Cam's been on the field in a long time. And check this out, though. 8 penalties for 107 yards. You're going to see that first game every year, every time. So in the end, good stuff. 1-0, baby. Next up, taking the fort for the Kinney Cup. And like I said, one game at a time. Kickoff Classic Soccer. The ladies look to pick up where, and the men looking to pick it up. All's well that ends well. A look at the newest beacon of light in Reiver country when we come back.
From the campus of Iowa Western, this is IWTV News.
I think one of the biggest reasons I chose to come to Iowa Western was the friendly atmosphere. When I was touring the campus, I had looked at a few different other campuses and I didn't feel that they were as close-knit and they didn't have as much to offer. The best part of being a student in the PTA program was the faculty as well as the students. All of our professors wanted us to do really well and they had hands-on experience, so they were able to offer us everything that we needed to be successful in the work field once we graduated.
We got to work with people in our class, so you had a real-life, quote, patient there with you. They would tell you, you get instant feedback on if you were doing something too roughly or too softly, or if you were getting what you were trying to achieve done. You could also kind of experiment a little bit on what worked, figure out how hard things would be to have patients do.
I think one of my favorite moments was when we would go out into the community. So we'd get to help others, whether it would be going out to some of the nursing homes and just getting our program out into the community, because not a lot of people were aware of physical therapy and the role we play in the community and getting them back to their daily lives and the things they used to do.
One of the things I love about the job is that you get to work with people every day. You get to see patients as they progress. You get to see them being able to do things that they haven't been able to do in quite some time. Nothing is more accomplishing than having a patient who hasn't been able to walk. And then by the time you're done working with them, they're up walking, whether it be with an assistive device or not. Being able to do some of the daily living tasks that they were unable to do beforehand.
I think one of the most satisfying things is you really build a strong connection with the physical therapist you work with. So both of you, as you build your relationship, you're able to better treat patients and help them get over a surgery they have had, or maybe a fall if they're an older patient. So with that team aspect, you're really able to communicate and get people the results that they want to see.
I love all the teachers. It was a very nice experience with the housing, etc. I played sports here. I got to get in the sports environment. It was close to home. It was very affordable, and it met all my needs and went above and beyond.
Gosh, remember this pic? The evolution of the Wellness Center. We were there in the beginning, middle, and now? Well, the newest beacon of light will light the way for future generations. And it is a game changer for the everyday student who has to deal with not only the everyday rigors of life, let alone college. Picture postcard, courtesy of the Dr. John and Jean Marshall Wellness Center. Around 100 or so lucky people on hand to see firsthand this picture come to life.
What a wonderful facility and a great day in the life of Iowa Western Community College.
Refreshments are on hand as well as a refresher course.
If you can get students physically active, it really helps with anxiety and depression. It makes a huge difference. And so that's when we started planning this building.
We have many, many things on campus, but this was next on their list of things that they thought would make it a more attractive and a better campus for them to be on. So this is for the students. I've heard people around town say, well, you're just building that for the athletic teams, and that's not the case.
It's about the legacy, and in no way did we get any free tuition for any of our kids or preferential admissions or anything like that. We are honored to be a part of this, and I think we're blessed to be able to contribute to the degree we have.
Last year you were given my...
This is a game changer across the board for everybody that comes to campus. It's open. Now you have a facility where students can come and they can get to know other students. They can build relationships. The campus recreation piece comes on board. Now you have intramurals.
This place is absolutely amazing. I'm stunned with how it all came together. The turf, the football turf, is probably the coolest thing that I think that this place offers. And the students are going to absolutely love it.
Looks great. I'm sure my dad wishes there were more retaining walls and fountains, but otherwise I think he's going to be very happy with it. Definitely going to be setting a new standard of what community colleges and everyone else for that matter have to compete with.
It's not about the money that's donated. It's not about a name on the wall. It's about what you're doing for people.
100 or so lucky people looking into the mirror that is the future of Iowa Western. The real winners, the students, soon to follow. Yes, the leaves of change continue to blow in Reiver country. This latest picture postcard, all's well that ends well. I'll tell you what, it is something. Wait till you see it. It's got everything, all for the everyday student. It can only help. Well, for starters, cardio and strength building equipment, a mezzanine level full of goodies, and as you saw, field turf, batting cages, hard courts, aerobic space, and more. The Dr. John and Jean Marshall Wellness Center, truly a sight to behold, and when you see it, there will be a wow factor. Onward and upward at Iowa Western. Kicking off a new beginning, the men's soccer team begins a new journey. Win ho for the new guy. Hey, picking up where they left off, the volleyball team in its annual Classic. After the break.
Felt hopeless. I know it was a joke, but it still hurt me. Because of you, I felt wanted and not alone in this world.
Because you said hi to me on the first day of school, I felt included and I knew that I was going to be okay.
Listen to me. I am captain of the track team. And if I'm late,
she doesn't really think she's going to get out of here, does she?
Be nice. She's new.
Hello, is anyone there? Ugh!
Wow. Even from our standards, you look awful.
Oh, sweetie, what happened?
Me? My friend Becky got to talk to this super cute boy, and I tried to act like I wasn't jealous, but I so totally was. And then out of nowhere, this concrete barrier just popped up. Maybe it was a semi.
You mean you were driving?
Yeah. I mean, I know the whole eyes on the road thing, but this was a super important text. Maybe you have to know, Becky.
Texting? Great.
But it was only like 5 seconds, and I'm a really, really fast texter, so it wasn't even a big deal. Actually, has she texted me back yet? Wow, I get like no bars in this place. I wonder if they have Wi-Fi here.
Bye-bye.
Hi. Hoping for a crisp breeze to help keep you alert. Oh, he took a sip of water too. That'll probably help. You were probably gonna turn down the radio too, so you could focus, right?
Probably okay isn't okay.
Right?
If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
I think the water line is what really drove it home. I blew on him.
Hope springs eternal for everybody this time of year. Everyone visions of a national championship, and perhaps all the way. Well, same old for the third-ranked volleyball team. I mean, it's that way every year. Now, Iowa Western serves up a new beginning with the annual Reiver Classic. Here's IWTV student Brian Tessmer.
The Reivers run into a new season against Jefferson College. First set, Cortland Henderson sends it across for Big Blue, one of the sophomores' team-high 16 kills. Then, Dia de Carvalho hit goes off of Jefferson, point Iowa Western. And finally, the two combine on the block as Iowa Western takes set one, 25-23. Set number two, and again it's Henderson with the kill, 4-1 Big Blue. And then miscommunication hands the Reivers a point. Iowa Western takes set number two, 25-17. On to the third set. Kelsey Havel and Gracie Teeter send the shot back. But Milena Maduas and Jefferson won't go silent as the ace ties the game at 15. Then, Andresa Overa drops the point in, 24-22. And the kill gives Jefferson the 25-23 set 3 win. Set number 4, Cortland Henderson drops it in for the point. Then Kennedy Druas grabs one of her 9 kills on the day. And the Reivers drop it in for the 25-23 win. Iowa Western takes down Western Nebraska later on in the night, 3-1. For IWTV Sports, I'm Brian Tessmer, and here's JJ Davis.
Number 7, Rachel Shunka.
The new look Reivers look to make it 3-0 against Laramie County. Tug of war the whole way. Cortland Henderson hammered down, and the first set's tied at 8. The Golden Eagles come blocking back 15-all. The Big Blue then rips off 3 in a row. Kelsey Havel comes flying in. Iowa Western wins it 25-18. Head coach Alicia Williams coaching. Second set, the visitors hitting up where they ain't, and the home team trails 10-4. Laramie County just laying it on them. And the Golden Eagles fly by set 2, 22-15. The sophomore takes over. Kelsey Havel, one of her match-high 17 kills, 13-6 Big Blue. The Reivers start to settle down. Time for a block party. And Iowa Western takes the third set, 25-8. Gracie Teeter making her presence felt. The freshman from Tennessee. Gracie 8 Ks, 10-10 game. Kelsey Havel's attack percentage, a whopping .424. 18-14 home team. Big Blue lays down the law to Laramie County, winning the fourth set and match 25-18.
Yeah, I think it was kind of ugly. I feel like we just came out flat and they were competing harder than us. We were kind of looking at each other to do our jobs. And so we were waiting for someone else to get the dig or someone else to get the kill instead of just going out there and getting it.
Confidence is a big thing. Something you gotta have and you gotta use when you can.
I think we're not used to playing with each other. Like it's like a new team coming with we're like girls from last year and then freshmen, and that's it.
I had to just call a few people out saying, hey, that's your ball. You got to go get it. And after that, I felt like we had a little bit more energy, a little bit more fire. I mean, they were like, hey, if I don't do it, she's going to put someone else in for me.
Third-ranked Iowa Western races through the Reiver Classic at 3-0, but Big Blue still a long way to go. The Iowa Western women look to take it one round further this season. And of course, Big Blue comes in ranked 3rd in the nation. To kick things off, here's IWTV student Adam Ireland.
3rd-ranked Iowa Western takes on the Cougars of Western Nebraska. Early on in the first, Sophie Hoban with the cross. Cougar keeper comes up big. Later in the half, last year's leading goal scorer, Awani Sosa, with the chip shot. Big Blue heads into the break with 13 shots. The visitors, none. Still a scoreless match late in the second half. McKenna Banks finds Sosa, who's there for the header, but no goal, called offside. So into overtime they go. 7 minutes in, the visitors on the attack, taken down in the box. Penalty kick for Western Nebraska. Rafaela Pasos with the only goal of the game. Western stuns the Reivers 1-0. For IWTV Sports, I'm Adam Ireland. Now here's Trevor Halligan.
The Reivers then run with Barton 2 days later. The home team does not waste any time. First minute of the match, Mariah Lucas scores the first goal of the year. 3rd minute, the sophomore again. Lucas finds the back of the net. 2-0 Big Blue. Iowa Western grabs a 3-1 lead. Late in the half, Estefania Cardona with the penalty kick. The Reivers close the score in the first half. Mariah Lucas on the breakaway. Slot and the finish by Ashley Medina. Iowa Western taking a 4-1 lead into halftime, and the 3rd-ranked team is not done. 78th minute, Sophie Hoban with the assist to Alexis Ashmore, 5-1. Paula Ochoa in the 81st minute with the bicycle kick, 6-1. The Reivers go on to stomp Barton, 7-1.
We did not expect to get 2 goals that quickly, so I think that just kind of lit the fire under us a little bit more and made us get after it a little bit more and set the tone for the rest of the game.
That's something that we really worked on in practice, just really controlling in the back of our half and just working together, moving across the field, not forcing anything.
As a whole, the effort was fantastic. They executed how we wanted to play and press the Barton. We knew they were going to be tired. So as a whole, I'd give them a B+. Still some work to do, but I think they're doing great considering they don't know each other that well yet.
The Reivers now hit the road for 5 straight matches. Iowa Western next home match, September 21st. For IWTV Sports, I'm Trevor Halligan.
First impression, the Mike Brown era comes rolling in, and score 1 for the new guy on the other side.
Take a look under your bed. Find stuff under there? What about jobs? No? Now try your closet. Still no jobs? Just more stuff? Well, you really have both. See, stuff is defined as household articles considered as a group. Sometimes this stuff is no longer needed. Wait, no longer needed? That can't be right. Because remember those jobs you were looking for? Those are really needed. And they're the stuff inside your stuff. Our job is to unlock those jobs. And it starts when you donate your stuff to your local Goodwill. Here's how we do it. When you donate to Goodwill, we sell your stuff to provide job training for people right here in your community. So just by teaming up with Goodwill, you help create jobs. And isn't that worth parting with the leftover keytar from your 80s cover band? Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs.
Schedule your campus visit today. Iowa Western. The world is waiting.
I like this guy. He is a taskmaster. It's all about the process. Follow the rules, grind out the process, good things will follow. Well, the Reiver men's soccer team makes its debut, and there is a new face on the sideline. And he's told me more than once, it's a dream come true.
And now let's meet the starting lineup for
The Reivers kick off a new era.
Number 14, Nicolas Torres.
Against Western Nebraska, first minute of the match. A preview of things to come. And then in the 18th minute, Joel Kwashi off the corner. And the Mike Brown beginning off to a good start. Later, up 2-0, Fernando Zaragoza with the follow-up, and it's 3-0 Big Blue at the half.
It's who we are. It has to work. It cannot stop, okay?
The new head coach sending a message. Midway, second half, Iowa Western with the build-up, and then the cross. Teo Lacarve with the left foot rocket, 4-0. The Reivers kick off the Mike Brown era, netting a 6-0 win.
Feels good. I would have liked for us to do a lot of things better, but overall, I'm pretty happy with the performance. I mean, when you win 6-0, I mean, you can't really be too upset. Offensively, we showed flashes of what we could do, but I think we need to spend a little more time in training on it, and just getting to know each other. It's a lot of new guys, and they're still trying to figure each other out.
The team was working well together, and it was pressing the next team, and was looking for a big shot. We got a corner, and it was a beautiful cross from Nicholas, and we got the breakthrough we was looking for, and after that, everything was good.
Just look the bad things that we did and fix that and try to be better the next game.
To be fair, the guys, they're completely bought in, and they want to do it. Just learning. I felt they were a little nervous in the beginning, but once they settled down, it was just more like anxiety and hype, and they wanted to win. They're a hungry group.
This hungry group then rips Illinois Central 2 days later. The Reivers with another clean sheet as the Mike Brown era kicks off with a bang. And so there you go. We are well on our way through the ups and downs and all arounds of another school year. It's going to be fun. And remember, it's the journey. Always a journey here at IWTV News. And so for this latest edition of IWTV News, I'm JJ Davis, and as always, I'll see you around campus.
IWTV is online. Like us, follow us, watch us.